In this chapter we will know about the class 10 mathematics, that is the trigonometry. It is also used in the chapter 8 and chapter 9, something in the NCERT. In this chapter we will know about the ratio identities, height and distance, and the other aspects of the trigonometry. Next, go to the other slide. Okay, here what we will learn, that is the trigonometry ratio, sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, and the other also, that is the sec theta, cot theta for an acute angle. Other is the trigonometry ratio for specific angles, that is specific angles are 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree and 60 degree. And the next one is the trigonometry ratios, and trigonometry ratios, not trigonometry identities, such as sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Next one is the height and distance, that is angle of depression and angle of elevation are studied in these topics. And next one is the applications. What are the different applications of the trigonometry in the real life problems using trigonometry, and some exam techniques, standard results and problem solving techniques. In this slide we will know about the trigonometry ratios. In a right triangle for an acute angle theta, if theta is acute angle, then sin theta is opposite side by hypotenuse, and cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse, and tan theta is opposite by adjacent. Here sin is the cosec theta is the inverse of the sin theta, and sec theta is the inverse of the inverse not, that is reciprocal of the cos theta, and the cot theta is the reciprocal of the tan theta. In this slide we will know about the reciprocal relations, such as cosec theta is equal to 1 by sin theta, and sec theta is equal to 1 by cos theta, and cot theta is equal to 1 by tan theta. And some the quotient relations, that is the tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta, and cot theta is equal to cos theta by sin theta. In these trigonometry ratios we will study about the different trigonometry ratios at an standards angles, that is 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. We calculate all the values of sin, cos, tan and cosec at the different standard angles. Sin 0 is 0, sin 30 is 1 by 2, and sin 45 1 by root 2, and sin 60 root 3 by 2, and sin 90 1. And cos is the just opposite of the sin, 1 is here, 1 is here, and root 3 by 2 here, here se here, this is this and this is this, and 0 is here. Tan theta is the sin theta by cos theta, so 0 by 1 is equal to 0, and something all the values of tan are obtained. And cosec theta is the reciprocal of sin theta, and sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta, and cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta, and after all that all the values are present obtained. And we know about the some trigonometric identities, such as fundamental identity, that is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, and derived from fundamental, 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. Next one is the derivation from fundamental, that is 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Next one, why sin square theta plus cos square theta, how we prove that the sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. In this we will add a triangle, right angle at B, here A and here C. Right angle triangle, we know about the Pythagoras theorem, this square is equal to this square plus this square. After both sides dividing by AC, the equations is as usual, we can write here AB by AC is equal to, if this is theta, then AB by AC cos theta, BC by AC, that is sin theta, angle C is the sin theta. If angle C is the, here just I am taking the angle A is the theta, and in this angle C is the taking theta, so sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Similarly, dividing AB square or BC square, we gave the other identities can be obtained also. Angle of elevation. Angle of elevation is the angle formed by the line of sight, that is this, and the horizontal. This is the angle of elevation. This is the angle of looking up to the tower. Here is the tower, and this is the angle of elevation, that is makes from the horizontal. Angle of depression is the angle of formed by the line of sight. Line of sight, that is this. Line of sight with the horizontal when the object is below the horizontal. Object is here and line makes with horizontal. This is the angle of depression. Example, looking down from a cliff at a boat. The next slide. Example, height of a tower. Let's the height of a tower is h meter. Distance from the base is 30 meter and the angle is 30. Let's construct a tower, h meter, t, height is h, 30 meter from the base, and angle is 30 degree. Here angle is 30 degree. Tan 30 is equal to opposite by adjacent. Tan 30 is equal to h by 30. Here this is 30. After calculating, height of tower is 10 root 3 meter, that is 17.32 meter. Examples, two angles of elevation. When the angles of elevations are 2, from a point on a ground, the height of elevation, the angle of elevation and of the bottom and top of the transmission tower fixed at the top of 20 meter building. Here is the example. Here is settled a transmission tower from a top of a building, and angle of elevations are 2 at the top of the transmission and the bottom of the. These are the two elevations, angle of elevations, and after knowing that we calculate the height of the tower by using the trigonometric ratios. If theta is the acute angle, then 90 minus theta is its complementary angle, and we can know about the sin 90 minus theta is cos theta, tan 90 minus theta cot theta, sec 90 minus theta cosec theta, and cos 90 minus theta sin theta, cot 90 minus theta tan theta, or cosec 90 minus theta is equal to sec theta. Different tips for the exams, that is the memorize the standard tables in which we study about the different standard angles of sin, cos and tan, all the angles. Always draw a clean level diagram for height and distance to solve clearly and know the aspects very easily. Identify the right angle in the given angle carefully, or write the correct ratio sin, cos and tan all the before substituting values. Use identities or simplify the expressions before finding numerical values. Rationalize the denominator if involving root 2, root 3 or root 5 when required. Check whether the angle is elevation or depression. In two angle problem, introduce a variable for the unknown distance. Here is the quick reference. You can use as a quick revision. Sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, cos theta adjacent by hypotenuse, tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent, cos theta is the reciprocal of sin theta, sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta, and cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta, and also tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta. Sin square theta plus 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta, 1 plus cot square theta equal to cosec square theta. Here is a complementary angle. Sin 90 minus theta cos 90 minus theta is equal to sin theta, tan 90 minus theta cot 90 minus theta tan theta. Here are the key takeaways. 6 trigonometry ratio defined using the side of a triangle. Memorize the value at a different standard angles. 3 main identities, that is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Here theta is missing. Complementary angles swept, that is sin, cos, tan, cot and sec, cosec. Angle of elevation and angle of depression. Angle of elevation, that means looking up. Depression, that means looking down. Always draw a diagram and choose the correct ratio. If in the questions we can use always a diagram for the better understanding of the questions, and after a diagram we can better understand of the questions and solve easily. Thank you for joining us. For more video, like the channel and subscribe, and send to your friends if needy one and know about the basics of the this chapter. Okay, thank you.